This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. What up? This is DC Channel Guns. Coming to another gun video. Appreciate you watching. Like, share, and subscribe. I want to appreciate all my subscribers. I want to appreciate all the good information. I appreciate y'all for coming to the channel, supporting the channel, and everything. So, like I said before, at the end of the day, I hope everybody's on board to my 2A community and stuff. Because the goal right now, more than ever, is to uphold the Constitution and defend the Second Amendment. That's what we got going. So, here to break you some news. I'm talking about, I don't know if a lot of people know. If you don't, Governor Ralph Northam, I'm talking about, signed 3 bills into law today. And, like I said before, at the end of the day, the gun grabbers are never going to stop. They're never going to stop infringing on our Second Amendment until they get everything that they want, the ultimate goal. And, everybody knows what that is. And so right now, we're going to take a look quickly at the laws and stuff that were signed under this bill. And then we're going to go over it. And we're also going to talk about other things that people must know and stuff that we've been talking about for a while. And, Governor Northam said it. I'm talking about, even with these bills that he just signed, he still wanting to come after other bills and stuff that we're going to talk about. So let's get into it. Let me show you some of the laws that's under these bills that Governor Ralph Northam signed into law in Virginia. Governor Ralph Northam signed 3 bills. And here goes some of the laws in them bills. So we're going to go through the list of them. First one is requiring background checks on all gun sales in Virginia. 2, reinstating a limit on handgun sales to 1 a month. 3, increasing penalties for reckless leaving firearms near children or failing to report lost or stolen firearms within 2 days. Number 4, allowing localities to set their own rules on presence of firearm in public. Number 5, prohibit those subject to protective order from possessing firearms. Number 6, creating red flag laws that allow the law enforcement to temporarily seize a gun from a person deemed to pose a danger to themselves or others. So you've seen the laws, and stuff that Governor Northam has put into place. He signed today. Now, before I get back into that, I want to say something. Now, I was saying all last year that, the economy was good, jobs were good, the market was good. And I said, and a lot of y'all probably remember this, when I said this, I said they're going to try to, they can't talk about the economy. They can't do none of that. So all of a sudden, this virus comes into this country and shut everything down. Look what happened. Look how they had changed the way that the way you live and stuff just that fast. And, and I said this a long time ago. I said there's nothing they can do about the economy. They had nothing on the president when it came to the economy. So they had to find something to destroy this president to keep him from being reelected. Now, some of y'all probably don't think that, but that's fine. But the proof is in the pudding. You see it everywhere now. The media is 100% behind this. They're doing an awesome job trying to put fear in this country. They do it every single second of the day. They're the main ones putting fear. And, when it comes to your Second Amendment, a lot of people came off the fence and saw that, hey, how important the Second Amendment is. But that means nothing, people, if we don't keep fighting. The ones who came off the fence, I'm talking about, we can't really solely depend on them because they can switch back just as fast. So, a lot of people started celebrating, putting their party hats and stuff on. And I said before, there's no time to celebrate because the gun grabbers are still out there brewing something. A lot of us been talking about something that's brewing. Now, when it comes to Governor Northam, some of these bills, something that I didn't put in there that I have been reading, that, when it comes to the red flag laws, he took it an extra step. He took it an extra step with the red flag laws. Now, with the red flag laws, you deem a threat and whatever, and they come get your firearms, he also put another order in there that they must make sure that they collected every firearm that you have owned, that you purchased. So they're going to make sure they got all your weapons. And so that's something that you got to look at. And, you think you're going to have weapons here, weapon there. If that means that they have to go to gun shops, get records and all this kind of stuff, I'm talking about that is exactly what they're going to do. So that is something that's been underreported when it comes to these red flag laws. And, like I said before, at the end of the day, Governor Northam vowed next session, in Virginia session, that he's coming after your high capacity magazines and he's coming after your rifle, your AR-15s, your AK-47s. He's coming after them. And I've been telling people, keep your foot on the gas. When this pandemic dropped in this country, I knew right then there was some type of plot and plan. Now, I've been sitting back gathering information. I'm not buying into the conspiracy stuff. There's a lot of stuff when it comes to conspiracy you can't just throw away. You have to look at it. And, things I've been looking at in this country, they pretty much, the unemployment numbers is up in the millions. It's up in the millions and probably will continue to go higher. You have the Fed just dropping trillions of dollars when before we started this, we was already in trillions of dollars worth of debt in this country. Now we're even more debt, and the Fed is trying to artificially boost the market. And then you have the market pretty much is probably off around 30% or more. So now we get back to the main thing that we've been talking about, going out and vote. Got an election coming up, this election season. And I figured that the gun grabbers, they had some type of plot and plan. This is part of their plan, people. And when you look at this virus, look at the whole country, people. Just look at the whole country. When you look at the map, look at your major cities that has been targeted. Look how, when it comes to gun laws in this country, guess what? There's two states that I always talk about. That's always starting, leading something or trying to put something out there, and other states gravitate towards it. California and New York. And the biggest funder, billionaire in this country, who's behind trying to infringe on your Second Amendment right, is Bloomberg. So guess what? In Virginia, hey, I'm talking about Ralph Northam, his crew, his gun grabbers. Hey, Bloomberg don't want a refund. They have to come good on their promises. They promised Bloomberg that they was going to pass these laws, and they're still doing it. So I told you, all this stuff adds up, people. All these little trails and little bitty here and there stuff adds up to even a bigger situation. Now, when you look at this virus, look at the major casualties. Look at New York. I'm talking about you have New York, which is pretty much heavily been hit by this thing. You got California, you got Washington State. When Washington State first came up, the first person, I think, far as I know, with this daggone virus, all of a sudden it quadrupled. Now you have some of the major cities in this country. Because if you want to try to tear this country down, you hit the major cities. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing it out there. You got New York, California, Chicago, Florida. They're hitting all the major cities in this country with this COVID-19 stuff. I'm talking about they're hitting it hard. And so the media has been doing a great job putting fear on, and they talking about, now, the thing is, your media contribute a lot to what's going on. The media, they don't like the president. So what the media has been doing is pretty much putting a lot of fear out there. So they mix it in with trying to let people know what's going on about the virus and educate people about the virus, but they also put in fear. They put in fear, and there's a lot of stuff going on with this media, and the media is in the tank with the gun grabbers. And like I said before, when we come out of this situation, we're going straight into more gun regulations, people. We just slowed it down just a tad bit, but it was still speeding. It was just that we had to go and search deeper for a lot of stuff. So Governor Northam just sent a signal to the rest of the gun grabbers. You had Bloomberg recently. He's been appearing all over the place. Soon his campaign was over with, he dropped out. You didn't see him no more. Everything disappeared. His ads disappeared. Everything just stopped instantaneously. Now, Bloomberg's back in the spotlight. I did a video a couple of days ago talking about Bloomberg and the stuff that he's doing. And all of a sudden, bam, you have Governor Ralph Northam today, Friday, sign these bills. Come on, people. You got to put the dots together, people. You have to put the dots together. So they're going to keep moving forward. Along with that, you got Bernie Sanders. He automatically drops out the race. But he throw another little trickery out there saying, oh, he got to make sure that, Joe Biden is going to do so and so that he want to do before he endorse him. Let me tell you something, people. That is bull crap. Bernie Sanders is going to endorse Biden. And right now, they already have Biden. They already got Biden, the puppets. They already got him as a puppet. And he's going to do exactly what they're going to say. Biden is going to do exactly what the gun grabbers want him to do. He probably done met with Bloomberg and everybody. Everything is part of the plan, people. This is a whole plan. This is not a conspiracy. I'm not out here telling you about conspiracies and stuff. I'm telling you exactly what's going on. All you have to do is look and open your eyes, people. And I knew that there was going to be some more to this virus than a lot of people thought it was. It's not just the virus. The virus just was the major piece to destroy what was going on. That was the economy, the jobs, put fear in everybody. I'm talking about spend a whole lot of massive money, and a lot of this money is going to organizations that want to take your guns away from you. And you look at Bloomberg, he's from New York. He's not on TV saying, hey, he's going to do this for New York. No, he's still on TV talking about coming after your Second Amendment rights, people. They're agenda driven. The gun grabbers are agenda driven, no matter what is going on. The most important thing is your farms, people, your Second Amendment. So, you got to keep this in mind. I've been talking about this for a long time. Now, we're going to keep watching this thing and everything, but people, don't be fooled. Don't be tricked in everything. Or to my, everything is part of this puzzle, this huge masterpiece that the gun grabber has been putting together. And, when this virus dropped, they dropped it right, up to my, they dropped it right during, and it's funny to me that, every election is always some type of catastrophic event that, that kind of, throws off a few things, and then all of a sudden things pick back up where it was from. And see, this gives the gun grabbers time. And when this virus dropped, this gave the gun grabbers time of new plans, new strategies and stuff, new ways to take away your Second Amendment. And when it comes to the Virginia and there's a whole lot of other states, another thing, you have states now that are pretty much, I dropped a video talking about when it comes to self-defense and stuff like that. And, when it comes to self-defense, people, you have some great self-defense insurance companies and stuff out there that, will protect, gun owners and stuff in the wake of some self-defense and stuff like that. You got a bunch of them out there. But the problem is you have now states, you have governors in states and lawmakers in now in their states are trying to make it more difficult for the 2A community to get these insurance to protect themselves. I'm seeing articles about, having gun owners have insurance for, self-defense situation is dangerous. They is totally against that. You got some states banning them type of insurance and stuff. So I'm talking about these people are not going to stop people. They're not going to stop. They don't want you to protect yourself. They don't want none of that. And then the thought of people having insurance just in wait in case something happened, they're saying that is very dangerous. So now they're starting to have states are putting laws and stuff that'll keep individuals from getting insurance in their state. So it's out there, people. I'm talking about it's out there. I got more coming about that, but it's out there. So I want to kind of put that in. But when it comes to Virginia, y'all must keep up the fight. I'm talking about we must keep up the fight because they have not stopped. They slowed it down, try to distract everybody with this virus and everything, but now they don't picked up. And I told people, once this virus get to a point, you have it's going to peak and it's going to peak and peak. So they're trying to get ahead of the peak or whatever the tail end of this virus. So when they come out of this virus situation, they're going to be right back in the gun regulation. So just want to talk about that a little bit. This is DC Channel Guns, and I'll catch you on the next one. This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.